What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists? Welcome to another episode of On the Bench with Pete. Now this is the series that you get to put on in the background as we build, paint, model together, whatever, journey together, whatever it may be. Just something for you to have on in the background, really, to help you through whatever it is you're doing. And today I am starting to build my Necromunda stuff. I'm super excited. I've got the instructions and all that jazz before me, and so I'm going to be having a look at this. I'm just going to place it in front of me like so, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. So grab yourselves a brush, some models, sprues, glues, paints, whatever else you need, cup of tea, coffee I recommend, and let's get to it. So welcome back. Now I thought I would do it at this angle as opposed to the down on my hands type angle, as I'm just building, so there's nothing really to see. I'm not painting anything, so you're not going to see any how I paint stuff really going on there. So I'm just moving a few things out of harm's way, I should say. I don't want to knock anything over. So I've got the sprues for Goliath and Escher here. There's not that many figures involved. About 10 aside, 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. About 10 figures each. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 10 figures each. So I'm wondering. See, I can see already, looking at the instructions in front of me, that there's multiple ways to build these. Right, okay, so on the back is Escher. On the front, I'll call this the front because it's got the word Necromunda on it. I'll call this the I'll call this the way I'm going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, excellent. So what it's telling me is the same sprue will do, well, 2 sprues the same, and you can do 5 variations on one and 5 on another. So that's good, right? So what I'm basically going to be doing is rambling. You probably see me put these on. I've got my hat on because it's a bit cold today. I may need to pop these on, see what I'm doing. Though that said, yeah, I think I want to put them on. Just, it's a bit weird with the hat on as well. Not bothered about the looks, more the feel of it. So what I'm looking for my Goliath gangers is body, and it's number 2. So this shouldn't be too difficult. He says looking for number 2, which is this one here. Okay, so if I cut him off. Now I'm wondering how to do this, because I get Bone Snapper or Rock here with this one. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yeah, he looks like the same legs. Anyway, I'm going to be just rambling, as I normally do anyway. But this is more of a, even more relaxed version, I suppose. I must say that you got the ticking of the clock in the background. That's for my benefit. I wanted that because I find it relaxing. And I just wanted to relax as I do this. So yeah. So Christmas is over, New Year's over. Are things back to normal in your households? They're pretty much back to normal in my household, so you know, it's like the only thing is though, the kids back to school now. They'll be off again for Easter before you know it, and that's just seems to come around so quick, doesn't it? It does to me. But I've been wanting to do this Necromunda stuff for ages. Okay, forgive me, I'm looking at instructions here. Right, so spare parts or variant of assembly. Yeah, right. Okay. So I think I'll go for well, here's. So I've cut out the body here, which is number 2. His right leg is number 3. So that seems to me to be the most logical thing to go for next, which I might do. So come on, I'm looking for number 3. Number 3. I'll put the heads on last, I think. There's a choice. Well, there's actually his, or a breastplate, which I'll come back to. So I'm looking for a stubby leg. Number 3. Where would that be? So I'm looking, aha, here we are. Number 3. I like these instructions that you get now with Games Workshop. Very nice, very colourful. I'm looking forward to painting these bad boys. Right, take out my hobby knife. Now you know I've got the mould line remover. You can actually get other makes of mould line removers for hobbying. So I've looked at. I don't know how good they are. I might try them out sometime. Might make an interesting video, but I can't do that because I've got no money right now. I have to recover from Christmas and New Year. Not that I spent much, but enough, you know. Oh, I love that clock ticking. Before anybody wants to complain about it, I did ask a long time ago on one video, and it was accidentally on there if people minded it, and the general consensus was then that it was okay, it was kind of relaxing, and I agree, I find it relaxing too, which is why I do it. Right, that's the leg. Okay. So I'm going to glue it on. There we are. Just a little bit of glue. Or plastic cement. Hold it on for a bit. I love the plastic glue. That seems to be holding quite well. Right, so what else has he got? Right, we have variations on there. Okay, I see. So what it does, look, it gives you the main way of assembling it there, and down below you've got the variations to make the other guy. So I'm going to go with the top way first. So I'm going to want his arm, his left arm, number 10. I can find that. Number 10. There we go. Number 10. Look at that. That's a mean looking gun for a Necromunda gang. Don't know what type of gun that is yet because I haven't familiarised myself with all the equipment and stuff. Right. I know they're not as anywhere near as effective as like the guns in 40k or anything like that, but they still look cool. And for me, that's all that counts. As long as we're fairly evenly balanced, roughly. You know what I mean. I'm okay with that. So, things that are happening. It's a bit cold here at the moment, hence the hat, as you can see. I've got a funeral to go to tomorrow. Obviously I'll have been by the time you see this, but yeah, it's an old friend of mine, one I used to work with. And actually I knew his brother in a different capacity, but yeah, his mum's passed away, so and he's invited anyone that wants to go to the funeral. I always think it's a courteous thing and respectful thing to do, to offer support to, like, you know, old friends and whatnot, even if you haven't seen them for ages. I think it's if you've been asked, it's a courteous thing to do, and it's only right that I should go. I seem to go to an awful lot of funerals in my life, it seems. Yeah, I know people that haven't been to a single one. Strange. Right, so his left arm, well, that would go on there. I'm going to put the chest plate on first here. Yeah, I know. If you're new to this series, you'll quickly discover I go in and out of subjects and go backwards and forwards like there's no tomorrow. Right. So number 4, chest plate. And what are we looking for? Oh, there we go. Straight away. Woohoo! Right. So that would go on there. Okay. I talk out loud my thoughts a lot as well when I'm doing this kind of thing. Like I say, there's not much to see, so it made sense to have it at this angle, I think. Right. So I'm just trying to see how this fits in here. Like that, I would imagine. So we'll put some of the glue on here. And snap that in. There we go. Obviously some of these equipment they're wearing is for their work, not just fighting. So it was mostly for their work. I'll have some tea, I think. And some new tea bag. Yeah. Black tea, like it. I think that's stewed enough now. So pop that in the bin. There we go. Tidy that up. Yeah, see all messy, all messes, all errors, everything on this series, I tell you. Okay. I'm just going to get another bit of blue towel, just in case. Should need it for anything. Shouldn't do, so I'm not painting, but there we go. Oh, sticking on the coaster here. Oh, I'll take my glasses off for a bit. Might be able to take my hat off for a while now because it's warming up in here nicely. So I'll just pop my hat down there. Yeah. So having my tea from my Mineral Zone mug. Yeah. It tastes so nice in this Mineral Zone mug. A couple of you have mentioned the mug in past videos, so I'm thinking I might give one away as part of the giveaway for my 1000 subscriber giveaway, which I'll probably do when I get to like 1020, something like that, or something, because of the nature of YouTube and the kind of up and down manner in which the figures seem to go. I think I'll be safe at 1020. Because, you know, I've lost like 7 in a day before. Like gone up. There was a time it kept saying, YouTube kept saying, such and such has subscribed to you, so and so subscribed to you, various subscriptions, and yet the numbers were going down with each subscriber. I was like, what's going on here? So I'm just holding an arm in place. I don't want it to go south on me. So there we are. This is for Bone Snapper. I'm doing Bone Snapper first. And his right arm is number 11, it says, which I see straight away here. Well, it looks like a kind of grenade he's got in his right hand. And these guys are really jacked up. What is that? Number 5. And where does that go? Number 5. Oh, I see. It's a shoulder pad. Haha. Number 5 is a shoulder pad. Get that off there. I like that clock because it fills in gaps. Gaps of silence, and hopefully the calming nature can pass on over to you. So I feel really relaxed. I love it. Actually reminds me of the clock in Resident Evil. It's ticking slightly faster, but it does remind me of it. Right. Bit of flash on the side here. can pop the arm on like that, I suppose. Yeah, I was going to leave the heads, but I still might leave the heads actually until a bit later, because I'd like to see what different heads are. I might do his head, the first one. Yeah, I think I've actually got a bag of bases here in the box, which is quite cool looking. They're the ones with all the like the Necromunda detail on, which is really cool. And I might paint their paint them all up before I glue them on or something. I don't know. It depends. Excuse me. I'll be yawning as well, by the way. If you're new to this, I got MS. I yawn quite a bit. I had a good night's sleep as well. Really good night's sleep. But I woke up feeling absolutely knackered. It's not something I enjoy. Something. Right. I think that goes on okay. Maybe just come around slightly. Yeah, that looks good. Bit up too far now. Nice. This is a tricky one. Just holding him up. Yes, according to my picture, it comes around more. Forgive me, I'm rambling a bit there. I think that's better. Yeah, that'll do. Not so much that'll do, but you know, that's good. Alright, so he's got a head and 2 more grenades strapped to his waist kind of thing. Bone snapper. Oh, you know, I'm 23 minutes in, I've not even done a single model yet. Wow. Hope it's not going to take me an hour to do each one. That's too many. I know I'm slow, but damn. 62. Right, well that's 62. There's his grenades. It's not so much about quantity on this type of thing as quality, really, I feel. We want his head, 43. And 12 for the mohawk. The mohawks are separate on this, you see. Actually, I'm going to use this dish. Here's something, a little tip for you. Cut off your little bits from your sprue. Put them in here, like for your sub-assemblies and whatever. Don't lose them so much then. I'm terrible at losing stuff, but put them in a little pot. 48, right, 48. So I'm looking for 48 which is a head, supposedly. Aha, here we are. Yeah, you've got variations there. Right, I see. 48. Okay. Yeah. From what I can see, there we go. From what I can see, it looks like you've got a lot of option for different stuff on here. Right, what shall I put on next? I believe. Look at the mohawk. See how that attaches to the head. And really, there's not a lot of flash to clean up these days on Games Workshop sprues, which is nice. Right, so there. Now look at the head. Now this is where I've got to be really careful because I'm terrible for things like heads. And yeah, you've just got to be super careful if you're like me. Aha! Right. So what I do is I dry fit a piece so I can see where the glue needs to go. Put the glue in. There you go, one head, which I'll put back in the little pot there. Right, now to clean up his grenades. And right, okay. I'm just going to do the first lot exactly as it's got here in the illustrations. I might do a bit of a variation on the others. But Necromunda, so let's talk Necromunda then. I haven't really spoken about it. I've read the lore in the book that you get with it, the rule book, and I'm loving the idea of it. I really do love the idea of this. I can't wait to get going on it, although I'm not going to rush this. I want to enjoy doing this as well. But I'm thinking like, you could make your own gangs up. I mean, I've got a Age of Sigmar model here now next to a Goliath guy. They could kind of, when you swap the head on it, you could have different Goliaths, different gangers models there easily, if you so wished. So you know, you could easily do that. Okay, so I'm going to pop some glue here, and then I'm going to lay this down. Oops. Like so. The key is to get it on there first. Yeah. Like that, I think. Yes. That works for me. So, got him there. Without his head at the moment, I grant you. Just gotta let it dry a bit more. He needs to stand up right, that's the problem. Right. So I'll let him dry in that position. Now he's looking to his left. So if I put some glue into his neck, oh, that's my phone, which I forgot to put on silent. Of course, there's always something I forget. You nearly had the dehumidifier on as well, but I thought, no, I won't do that. I won't subject you to that. Right. Okay. Right, so that's one ganger done. Built. Half an hour in. Wow. That's okay. Goliath gangers. So that's Bone Snapper, he's called. Bone Snapper, so he's done. So now, see what they do on these instructions. The main way of putting it together, obviously the parts are numbered, and the ones that are numbered in black are the ones that are the same for both models if there's a variation, and the ones that are numbered in red are the options they choose for that model. And then the variations are numbered in blue. So again, I'm looking for number 2 and number 3. But whether I will find that on this sprue or I think I might need to, logically, I'll have to go to a separate sprue. So I'm looking for number 2, which is here. Number 3. So that's number 2. Number 3. Yeah, number 3. Oh, there he is. There's number 3. So I can get Rourke built as well. That kind of makes sense if it's 2 sprues the same. Make your variations on there, that makes perfect sense. And from what I understand, the box sets of the gangers are the same as well. And that makes sense too. Like I say, there seems to be a lot of option for variations here. You can do so much with it. And you know, like I say, I'm looking at my Age of Sigmar Chaos dude there, thinking, conversion. But you know, I do want to have a go at Age of Sigmar, so I may just have to keep him intact for now. Conversion is cool though. Very cool. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So you could have like a Gene Stealer cult conversions of the gangers as well. Imagine that. That'd be cool. Yeah. Necromunda is going to get eaten by the Tyranids. Imagine that. Just cleaning up the mould line remover. My trusty mould line remover. Particularly handy on places where I feel that a heavy hand may wreck a model. See, like there, I was quite heavy, but it's perfectly fine. It's exactly what it's made for. With the shape of the contour of the blade and everything. Feels so different than using a knife. It even feels safer, you know. And no danger of stabbing yourself. So, ideal for younger modelers, I suppose. And to get used to the feel of this, which is kind of similar to a knife, to kind of get used to the feel of it, the hobby knife. But for scraping mould lines, it's completely different. Just draw it across the model. I even get the, you know, the detritus from where you snipped it off of the sprue out with these tools here. I've got the old version of the mould line remover too as well, which is a little bit thinner. It still works quite well though. Okay. Time for some glue. I do love the smell of plastic glue. Shouldn't do really. That's what every hobby room should smell like. Right. This other dude's drying quite nicely. I'm going to need another piece of blue tack if he's going to dry in a similar manner, because I need the grenades that are put on his front to hang down. Gravity will naturally pull it that way. Right, so that's the two pieces that are the same. Now for the variations, I'm looking for number 57. It doesn't matter really what sprue you use that one on. Well, one would imagine anyway. But if there's any left over, I'm going to pop them in my other really useful box. Right, so that's for his chest. Oh, we've got number 6 there as well. So that's going to be interesting. Number 6. Yeah. I don't even know what that is. Just a small piece of plastic. Question for you guys: do you prefer painting or building? So I know people that prefer you know, different versions of that. Some of you prefer building, some of you prefer painting. I think I just slightly prefer painting. It depends on what I'm building. Right, let's look for number 6. Depends on what I'm building. Right, well, 6 looks like another bit of plating going on here. Yeah, so it depends what I'm building. I'm not as keen on building vehicles, I'll be honest. Don't know why. Tanks in particular, I'm not that keen on. Things like rhinos and things. Yeah. I'm not sure where that goes, so I'll be brutally honest. Let's see, that obviously goes there. Just do a little bit at a time. If in doubt of where a piece goes, just do the bits you definitely know, and sometimes the way forward becomes clear. But yeah, I'm not. I think maybe that's his left. Well, I don't know. Look at his arms, then I'll know. Yeah, it's his right shoulder pad. That's what it is. See? Becomes clear. That's how it becomes clear. It's warming up in here nicely now. So, what am I looking for now? Number 49 for his head. For his head. Although it looks kind of similar to the other one, it is actually a different piece. 12. He'll need 12 again because he's got a Mohawk 2. So that goes in there. And number 8 and number 9. 8 and 9. Well, that's number 8. So 8 is his left arm. And 9 is his right arm, or part of it. Go. Okay, there we go. So that's 9. And then 7 for his gun. What gun are we looking at here? Ooh, nice. That looks good. That looks quite tasty. Have some of that. Yeah, because what I'm hoping to do is my friend and I are hoping to do a bit of Necromunda together here. I think he mentioned, getting in some models and that himself, painting them up. But if not, we can use the ones in this base set until we get it going. But I still want them painted, Right. Okay. So what time have I got here now? It's actually 10 to 1. I'm going to pop my phone onto silent so that it doesn't interrupt me. I'll put it over there. Too many phones these days, and I'm as guilty as anyone. Being on your phone all the time. I think it's the technology. I think is cool, but I think it's dangerous to become so dependent on something. It's just how I think of it. Right, so that's good. I like the way the arms are connected on this. There's like nice slots for them to go on. Not too much variation of movement. I mean, you could if you wanted to. If you wanted to convert, just clip off the little knobbly bits. If you so wanted. Right. 3/4 of an hour in. and it's just nice. It's lovely sitting here building, talking about rubbish. I like it. I feel relaxed, and it's a nice relaxing day today because I haven't got to go out. Went out yesterday, freezing cold, but I did manage to pick up a couple of boxes, storage boxes that I'm going to be keeping some Necromunda terrain in, and obviously I want to build some Necromunda terrain and get some more for Necromunda and Warhammer, of course. Stuff that's kind of equally good in both areas, I think. It's time for another dry fit here. Right, that goes down here. That's cool. Glue. Careful not to put too much on. That's the danger with the Humbrol glue tubes. I love Humbrol glue, I really love it. But you've barely got to touch it and loads comes out. It's a tricky thing to get the hang of. Just a bit of smoothing down on there. I used to drill out all the gun barrels. I don't tend to do that so much these days because get the danger of getting the hole in the wrong place and it looks really awful then. I think, well, it's only a blob of paint and that'll do the job, you know. Okay, work out his shoulder pad. I was going to say that doesn't look right to me, but maybe it is or something. I don't know. Let's put it on there anyway. Right, I'm just holding it up again. Yeah, strange. Alright, head, and then we'll have two. Well, actually, still got to get his grenades, so let's do this head. Right. Right, I know where the glue goes. Okay. There. And in it goes. There. The head done. Waiting for arms to dry a bit more. Let's use this fluff. Is this a Citadel file? I can't remember. It might be. Not sure actually. So yeah. Okay. All right. Apply a little glue. And then I'll pop. So I might go camera down in a bit. Here goes. Camera down, look. This is what I'm working on. You can see the chaos in progress. Zoom in a bit. So this episode is a combination of camera up mostly, and a little bit of camera down now. Time to put his head on. Yeah, I like that. Well, he has grenades too. 59. Number 59. Which is this one. No, oh, yes, slightly different to the other ones. Different type of grenade, perhaps. Line remover because I can. So I'm guessing, I mean, January won't take long to be gone, then it'll be February, then it'll be March. Your birthday again before I know it. Looks like you've got one of each type of grenade here. So what I'll do is, yeah, like I'll put it on him. Like I did for the other one. Just hold it on there. And I guess Mrs. Minimal's only be going away with the fantabulous beasties then before I know it. And so it goes on, you know. Yeah, I think that works quite well. Yeah, so I put them on here so that gravity pulls the grenades downward as opposed to behind him. Do you know what I mean? So it pulls it down as opposed to behind him. Yeah, so I've got these two here done now. So that is Bone Snapper and that is Rourke. Rourke's holding the gun, Bone Snapper's pointing his gun, and he's holding a grenade in his right hand. So yeah. Finished up my tea. Well, it's taken me nearly an hour just to assemble these two. So that's how slow I'm doing it, but in a relaxed manner. You see, I'm just working through in a relaxed manner, and yeah. On this base bag, it's got quantity, so it's got 10 32mm bases and 15 25mm bases. So I wonder why they give you an extra 5 15mm bases. That's curious. But either way, I would say the 10 32. The 32 is going to be for the Goliaths, I would say. Yeah, I would say so. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to paint them up. I'm still undecided as to whether to glue them to the base first or not. I'll paint them up. It's like metallic and rusty and dirty and oily and all that kind of stuff. That's how I'm going to do them. But as I'm nearly at an hour, I guess I need to end this video. So, safety first. Lid on the knife. There you go. Cap on the glue. This is what I mean here. Handy tip. When you're cutting off little bits of sprue like heads and things, pop them in a little container like this, and then come to them one at a time as you're working with them. That's my tip of the day for a building. Anyway, let's end this here. There. So, thanks very much for joining me in this episode of On the Bench with Pete. I hope you got more stuff done than I did, but I'm pleased because there's not a lot of figures in the set, so I guess I'm taking my time as opposed to rushing it. Like, I suppose I would be if I was doing like a bunch of orcs or something. I would probably be rushing them, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, thanks once again. I'll be seeing you for more Necromunda based On the Bench videos, I've no doubt. So remember, all brushes lead to war, and bye for now.